Hey, Mike, I have a favor to ask of you.
What do you want?
Don't you still have to ask? That's the limited edition sneakers I told you about before. I see it's on sale. You should get in line to buy them for me.
Will it be in time?
Absolutely, yes. If you line up tonight, you will be able to buy it first tomorrow morning.
Can't you queue to buy it on your own? I'll be busy tomorrow. Besides, I don't want to line up all night.
Don't you understand? It's not a request. It's an order. You must buy it for me. It will determine my promotion.
Your promotion?
My manager's son loves them, but he's never had a chance to buy. Now is the best time for me to show off. Don't you want me to be successful in my career?
But it has nothing to do with me.
Why are you always complaining about being busy? All you do is just stay at home all day. Is it too much to ask you to buy me a pair of shoes? Don't be afraid. I'll pay you enough.
I have told you many times that I have a decent job, not a parasite.
If you are not a parasite, why are you staying at home all day?
I work on a computer so I can finish my tasks anywhere I want. I don't have much time. I have a lot of things to do.
Oh, sure, I guess I'll just believe you like I always do. Seems like you're really busy with your computer besides playing games. What else can you do? Assuming you're working, that job probably doesn't even make you any money. It might not even be as much as the money I need you to buy me shoes. In short, you must line up and buy shoes for me. If you are free like that, do something which benefits this family.
How did you come up with those words?
I'm the one who earns the most money in the family, so I have the right to speak. Do you think you're my older brother and have the right to tell me what to do? That will happen only if you make more money than me. Sooner or later, I will take back all of our parents' property.
You're already so talented. How could I keep up with you? We both know that our parents always favor you, and I've accepted that. Even the rooms our aunt left behind were taken over by you.
I feed you and give you a place to stay. That's too lucky for you. Now you don't even feel grateful but give me any objections. You should remember who is the owner of this house. If you keep driving me like crazy, don't blame me for kicking you out of the house. Do you think who helped you to live comfortably and carefree right now? So it's best for you to obediently listen and queue to buy me shoes.
Think again if you've ever given me any food or drink. I pay the bill and give you the living expenses every month. I don't want to live here forever either.
Giving money? It's just a small amount, and you think that's enough. If you don't want to stay here, then leave.
You're going too far.
I've said it before. If you don't listen to me, I'll throw all your stuff out of here.
Mike, do you even have any idea what time it is? Why on earth are you still sleeping? Aren't you ashamed of yourself? How could I give birth to such a useless son like you?
Mom, let me explain. Last night, I lined up to buy shoes for Arthur until morning, so I slept a little late. I still have some things to do, so I want to sleep a little more.
What do you think? I don't want to harbor an incompetent person like you. I have endured your computer addiction and your dependence for too long. I didn't expect you to oversleep today as well. Look at your younger brother. He works for a famous company instead of being a parasite like you.
I've already told you many times, I'm working from home, not being dependent. Why doesn't anyone believe what I say?
Because all you say is nonsense. Look at your sister-in-law. She exercises even though she doesn't have to work on that day. Then look at you. You just sleep until noon.
Okay, Mom. I understand that she usually does exercises, but she buys a lot of high-end items and jewelry every month.
So what? You don't even have a girlfriend.
But our family's financial situation is not suitable for living extravagantly. I advise you to remind her to save a little.
Whether or not she buys luxury items, you have no right to judge her. She is the one who always helps me with the household chores while you are just dependent on me all the time.
That's it. No matter what I say, you won't believe it. In this house, only Arthur has a voice.
If you don't like it, then leave.
I get it. Just believe what you want.
How dare you answer me like that?
Hey, parasite. I have an important matter to tell you.
What do you want to say?
We want you to move out of the house this month. I will give you a month to find a new place.
Why are you telling me this all of a sudden? At least give me some time to find a place.
Is a month not enough for you?
What did I do wrong that everyone wants to kick me out like this?
My wife is pregnant and we need a room for our baby.
But there are still rooms in the house. My room isn't that big either. It won't affect anyone.
What do you mean? I don't want my children to pick up your freeloading habits. I just want my children to be successful like me, not a failure like you.
You are crossing your line.
So what? My wife has hated you for a long time. Taking this opportunity to leave when she's pregnant will make things easier for everyone. I've also told Mom, and she agrees with us. She has been waiting for this day for too long.
I won't believe that.
Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. In short, find a new place by the end of the month, then fuck off.
Why are you being so harsh on me? I can overlook your usual disrespect and insults. But you're going too far now. Now you even want to kick me out of the house. And even saying that I'll have a bad influence on your children. You're being too much.
Got it? I guess you haven't understood, right? We've never considered you a member of our family.
What?
Did I say something wrong? I have a talent, a spouse, children, and familial responsibilities to fulfill. What about you? You just sit at home all day on your computer, being a burden for everyone. I'd rather not have a brother like you.
Have you said enough?
Of course not. No one in our family considers you a member. See if anyone else spends their days being a burden as you do. It's embarrassing to have someone like you in a family.
I'm sorry that my mediocrity makes you feel ashamed. But don't forget the reason why I couldn't go to university. When our father was sick, I sacrificed my studies to work. Later on, when I had the opportunity, you tore up my university acceptance letter. You even stole my small savings. If it weren't for these things, I would have gone to university.
You could have applied for a scholarship. If you want something badly enough, you'll find a way. Stop making excuses.
You said it as if it were easy to apply for a scholarship. You tore up my admission paper. How do I apply for a scholarship?
Fine. I'm not interested in listening to you cry and complain. In short, at the end of this month, you will no longer be in my house.
Okay, I'll move out.
Why didn't you agree to leave immediately? Don't you see that you are wasting my time?
No need to worry. From now on, we're no longer involved with each other. Thank you for taking care of me all these years.
Hey, when did you start your own company? That's crazy. I didn't know about it until I saw the news about your company. How can you start a business without going to college? Explain this to me quickly.
Who are you?
Are you pretending not to know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, but I'm busy right now.
I don't have time to play with you. Are you still pretending that you don't have a younger brother?
My family and I cut ties a long time ago.
What?
If there's nothing else, I'll hang up.
What the hell are you doing, Mike? I saw that you start your own business and even got an interview on TV. That's crazy. Please explain everything.
Sorry. Who is it?
How dare you ask me that question? Don't you recognize your mother? Even if we cut ties, you still won't change the fact that you're my son. Don't waste my time anymore. Explain to me now what's going on.
After 2 years, you haven't changed a little bit. You are still so selfish like that. I thought that if I left, you would change, but the result was the same.
And you are still the same, aren't you? Okay, let's make it clear. Why do you have your own company? When I heard your brother say it, I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought it was someone with the same name as you, until I watched the interview on TV.
Whether or not I start my own company has nothing to do with you. Therefore, I don't need to explain it to you in detail.
But you didn't even go to college. How could you start your own company?
It's all about hard work and perseverance, not just college education. I pursued what I wanted to do and my efforts paid off.
All you do is just leech off of others. I don't understand how you could start your own company.
The level of education doesn't determine everything.
Even though you have a company, I'm sure that it's worthless and can make as much money as your little brother's.
My company may be smaller than others, but my income is definitely more significant than him.
Much larger?
It's not too much, just millions of dollars, Mom.
What? You're lying. You didn't even go to college. You're just a parasite.
Why do you keep bringing that up? You always thought that I was incompetent and useless, just holding a computer, but at that time, I was building my own business. I've explained it to you so many times, but no one believes me. All I receive are just insults and criticism.
Nonsense. How could you make millions of dollars each year? Are you doing something illegal?
If I were doing something illegal, would I be interviewed on TV? Sorry, I'm busy now. Please find out what you want to know on your own, Mom.
Do you have any staffing needs? Can you hire me?
Why are you suddenly asking this?
I want to work in your company. With my abilities, I would be an asset to you. I respect you as my older brother, so I will suffer a little bit. But I want to negotiate a little about salary and benefits.
Are you dreaming? I have no intention of hiring you. Your skills are not qualified enough to work for my company.
What's with your attitude? Just because you have some money, you act high and mighty?
I'm just telling the truth.
I resigned from my old company because I wanted to come to support you, but now you dare say that to me.
Are you unemployed, so you came to me for a job? But I don't need you.
Who said I'm unemployed? Even if I were unemployed, I graduated from a prestigious university.
Is that so? But my company doesn't want to hire someone like you.
What do you mean?
Because you don't have enough skills or qualifications to work for me.
There are many reputable companies coming to me, but I think you want to build a company with me. However, you dare to refuse.
Don't you understand what I'm saying? I don't need an incompetent guy like you. Besides having a high degree, what do you have?
What?
You'll never be able to work for my company. If you worked here, you could have a negative impact on my employees. I don't want them to be mean and useless like you.
Don't be so rude. How dare you speak to me like that? Don't forget, your education is so low. What gives you the right to talk to me like this? No one has ever dared to respond to me like this before.
You haven't changed in years. You still talk to me the same way. I'm just giving back what you've given to me before. By the way, you should know the recruitment criteria of my company. Employees of my company don't need a high level of education, just competence and ethics.
How can that be? Don't other companies require a degree?
In my company, I want things to be this way.
How can you be hired without a university degree?
Of course, 80 of my employees don't have a university degree. Despite that, they still have the capacity to work and a good personality. Many of them are even more outstanding than university-educated people.
How is that possible?
Why not? My company will not hire highly educated people but look down on others. In general, the pain of being looked down upon for having a low degree is something I understand very well.
It shows that your company only hires the scumbag, doesn't it?
Shut up. You have no right to say that. I know how good my employees are. What's the point of having a university degree? Proving competence is the most important thing in the workplace. Aren't you a good example?
What do you mean?
Do I need to explain it to you? You used to mock me as a leech, but now look at me, I own $1 million company. What about you? Graduated from a prestigious university and worked at a reputable company, but still got fired, staying at home all day and can't even find a job. If having a university degree is such an important aspect to be hired, then why are you still unemployed?
I have never told you this before. How could you know?
Yes, you haven't told me, but I know that you can't even find a job. You also said you resigned voluntarily. What a joke! I have investigated the reason for your termination. Did you plan to embezzle company funds? You two should be glad that they didn't put you in prison.
That's ridiculous. How could you know this?
It doesn't matter. Why did you want to embezzle company funds? Let me guess. Is it because your wife insists on buying luxury brand bags every month, wasting the family's money? To satisfy her, you came up with such a despicable idea. It seems like you love her so much, don't you?
If you already know, then I won't hide it anymore. Our house has been sold.
What? Did you sell the whole house?
What can I do? We don't even have enough money to eat. Because we are a family, you won't turn a blind eye to us, right? Don't worry. As long as you pay me as much as you do, I will dedicate myself to the company.
I already rejected you. Even if you cry and beg, I won't hire you.
What? I didn't expect you to be so indifferent.
I'm sorry, but I don't feel comfortable letting someone with a personality like you work for me. Not only me, but I'm sure other companies wouldn't want someone like you either. No matter how high your education level is, they will never hire someone like you. One day, suddenly my mother, younger brother, and sister-in-law came to my company to find me. They made a fuss in the lobby on the first floor, claiming to be the family of the company's chairman. But everyone in the company knew about my family's situation, so they ignored them. A few minutes later, security appeared and kicked them out. After a while, I heard that my brother still can't find a job. Later on, I heard that my younger brother still couldn't find a job, and our family home had to be sold to pay off debts. Initially, a relative wanted to introduce a good job for him, but he rejected it, claiming that it wasn't suitable for someone as outstanding as him. With his foolishness, he ruined his chances of finding a job. Currently, they all cram into small apartments and rely on unemployment benefits. I don't know what they'll do in the future, but these things no longer concern me.